Hello everybody, welcome to Soul Cards, and if any part of this reading resonate, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I will definitely love to hear from you guys. And if you would like to book a reading with me, all the information is on the description below. Okay, so jumping right to the messages, I can see that the person you're connecting to right now, there's a lot of cycles that are ending. And I feel like if your person was in a situation where, they had to let things go, or they're letting things go right now, it's like they were holding on to something where their hands were full, and, it's just the time to let go of whatever they need to let go of. And for some reason, the divine and whatever is happening behind the scenes between you and your person, the divine is being really, really strategic with everything that is happening in the dynamic of both of you. That if your person was dealing with a third party, if they were dealing with another person, I'm getting another maybe feminine energy, or it doesn't necessarily need to be a feminine energy. They are really realizing your worth and who you really are, which is this so-called, twin flame label. And they are really recognizing that right now. A lot of things are being illuminated right now by the divine to your person. And I feel like by them letting go, and them realizing that they really need to let go of what they need to let go of, there's a lot of fears right now pertaining to this, where I'm just getting like they are fearful of, I feel like an energy where they put so much time and energy towards something, and now that the divine is intervening and it's letting them know otherwise, it's just raising all the fears within your person, and it's really pushing them to make a different choice. But I don't know what situation is going to go on between you and your person, or wherever who they're dealing with, but the divine is really being strategic on how to show this person what situation is happening. Okay, let's ask, what situation is happening right now? Okay, divine timing. Okay, yeah. Your person is definitely going through a spiritual awakening right now, where all the aspects of them are being illuminated, in a way that they know that they need to surrender to the divine. It's like, when you receive messages from God and you really know it's from God, and then you know that you need to surrender to whatever is coming, they're realizing this. It's just been a matter of divine timing. You, divine feminine, since you both have already been connected in the fifth dimension, which I've been speaking on in my previous readings, that before things manifest in this physical realm, it first manifests in higher realms. You and your divine counterpart come into union first in the fifth dimension, if it's a twin flame journey. And by doing this, it's like the little get to know each other first. And it's like right now, all the energy that you guys have put towards the relationship of the twin flame journey is really triggering the spiritual awakening of this person like never before. Because I feel like it's not that your person hasn't been awakened fully. Like, I feel like they've been seeing a little bit of synchronicities or signs here and there, but right now it's on its full potential, because it's something about, being on God's court right now, allowing them to make the right choice. It's just been a matter of divine timing. And when this things comes in, it is gonna be something that's gonna be just super, something that you both have never experienced before. Because I feel like whoever you're dealing with, they might have people around them that are very maybe materialistic, or maybe they live of a status, and you are giving me the energy where you are more of an humble side. And that's an aspect that I feel like the divine counterpart that you're dealing with has never really felt before. That energy, that essence that they're really missing, which is you. Because if you didn't bring these good aspects to this person's life, you will not come into this twin flame union in the future. You know what I'm saying? You will have not been presented about this twin flame union. And I don't know, and we're beginning this energy a lot. I don't know if you have had to distance yourself from this person, and you have maybe had to hide your emotions. You have maybe been knowing about the dynamic of the twin flame journey for a minute, and you have had to really keep silence about this. And I feel like your person is just really wondering. We have the ghosted card here back at the bottom of the deck talking about disappearing. Yeah, you had to really retract your energy to yourself, because I feel like you have known for a minute that this is your twin flame, and it has taken so long to manifest. And maybe you have seen this person go about things in a way that you are like, okay, let them do them, while I do me. But I definitely feel like there's going to be some new sense of hope and love pertaining to this, where the job has already been done in higher realms between you and your person. Like when you guys connect in higher realms, it allows this person to see a different aspect of life that they have never seen before. So twin flames come into union in the fifth dimension, which I mentioned before it manifests. It's not like you're born and you're with your twin flame. No, it's usually like a 2-year period before, or a year period before you guys actually come into physical union. And by doing this, your higher self connects on the fifth dimension, but it still allows this person to see you on a physical level, but in a higher realm. But they're still watching you. They're still seeing you. They still see how you live your life, your day by day. You might be a workaholic. You might be someone that's trying to get your things together. And just the way how you go about things, and the way you communicate with people, and the way how you're humble in your day by day, it really allows this person to see an aspect that was missing from their life, which is you. And it's just really understanding, people, that the divine does operate behind the scenes. The spirit world is a very delicate thing, because there's high vibrational things, which is God, whatever you believe in, that's high vibrational, angels, Jesus, whatever you believe in, right? And then there's low vibrational things. And the way how everything operates in higher realms, in both ways, both parties, either good or bad, it is a very delicate place. Like I don't know how to really explain it, but we really need to understand that these divine unions are super spiritual. And if you are going through a separation of some sort from your twin, is really about the amount of work that really goes on in higher realms. And I always say that you could kind of maybe sense it in your moods, in headaches, in, pain. And honestly, it's a lot of work before things manifest, but it is really about having faith in God that if he really presented to you this person to you in a divine way, this might be your person. But also, like, take what resonate and leave what doesn't. If you feel like if you're with someone that really, really hurts you, just really release. It's all about really releasing, really releasing and surrendering to the God. And these spiritual connections are about getting you closer to God. So you first need to have a special bond with God even before this manifests. Whatever you do to connect, try to make the universe help you in a divine way, because I feel like a lot of you are spiritually gifted, a lot of you are maybe religious, or a lot of you are maybe spiritual, and I feel like a lot of you have gifts. And if you kind of meet the universe halfway, you're gonna be able to maybe kind of explore these gifts, but really allowing God to guide you in the way. When you have a gift of some sort or anything that it might be, God is the one that really needs to lead the way to this. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I feel like a lot of you are really spiritually guided at this time. I feel like a lot of you could kind of sense it. It's like, I could feel like you could just kind of like sense things in the tip of your fingers, where you feel like a lot of things are really going to come in together. You're just really not really realizing what's going on, but it's really the amount of work that's been going on in higher realms with your both higher selves. Okay? And I feel like a lot of you need to do guided meditation to maybe meet your higher selves. I feel like a lot of you are your higher selves. I feel like a lot of you have had ego deaths or are going through an ego death. I feel like you or your person might be going through a dark night of the soul. It's a really hectic time for the set of twin flames that are coming in union this time. Because what I really realize with everybody that's been tuning in their personal readings that I do is that a lot of you have similar dates. A lot of you have similar situations. And it's crazy how everything is just really connected with all of you. So that, me seeing this bigger aspect, is really making me realize that these divine unions are really spiritually guided, are very much guided by God and the universe, and that when it comes in, it's going to be something that's going to be very beneficial, not only for you, but for the people around you, and for the people that you are here to make a change and to set an example. And whatever you do, whatever career you specific on, you and your person are supposed to come into this divine union to be able to work together and change communities and change the people around you. And I feel like this collective, my collective, personally, a lot of you are going to make a really big impact in this universe. And, God has not made you wait for this divine union for no reason. You are not going to be single forever, which I feel like you are kind of getting to the energy. Am I going to be single forever? You are not going to be single forever. But just think about, things in the past. Like, things just pass by. It's just a matter of time. You go to school, you graduate, you work, you open a business, you have kids. all that goes by with time. It's the same thing with these divine unions. And a lot of people come into these twin flame journeys in a really early stage, and a lot of people come to these twin flame journeys in a really old stage. It really depends on the level of your soul, and all twin flame journeys are very much different, but similar in a way where I feel like dates are kind of just the amount of time that it goes on before, you really come into these divine union. But yeah, very much guided. And I feel like the summertime is going to be really important for this twin flame journey, because the amount of time that you've been waiting for this thing to manifest is like about to like blossom, is about to come in together. It's about time where God takes the lead, because I feel like when the egos are involved, and you maybe went through a narc night of the soul or an ego death or whatever, but your person, it took them more time. And it's something about the divine where the timing of these connections, when it comes to the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy, there's always like a age gap difference between twin flames sometimes. And for me, it makes sense because I feel like men do take a little bit more time to mature than women, but it could be vice versa. It doesn't really matter, right? It really depends on the person. But this is for a reason. And also, even before these things manifest, you guys are not the first twin flames that probably went through this gap of separation. I was watching a video, because I do like to inform myself out there, right? But I was watching this video of these twin flames that were together, and they were making a YouTube video where they went through a separation of 2 years, kind of with the runner and chaser dynamic. But what you guys don't understand is that it's not that your person is fully running from you. In a soul level, they chase you a lot. But since the ego is involved between the twin flames, twin flames relationship, if they come into union before the time, it could be one of the most self-destructive relationships to ever exist, just to put it out there like that. Because that energy of the ego really gets out of control when they see your person. That's why when you meet your person, it kind of really flips your world upside down, where your ego, instead of running, they decide to chase the connection. And that's where you kind of, so this is how ego death kind of work, right? First, don't insult your ego, because they really have emotions. Because your ego is anything that you leave from the past from you, or let's say, I don't know, you used to like to paint, your ego will like to paint. You used to like to play video games, your ego will like that too. So let's say if you have any fears, your ego, and you leave that behind, any fears as a child, if you used to like to party, if you used to like to go out, if you used to like to drink, whatever it might be, that's a concentrated energy that stays there, and it kind of develops the ego. All right. And the more you start recognizing this voice in your head of self-doubt and all that, and also the voice of obsession, because I don't know why the divine feminine's energy usually are the one who chase the connection in a physical level. Guess who's really chasing that connection? It's your ego. The ego of the divine feminine becomes obsessive over the divine masculine's energy before the union. And that's why you chase. But the ego of the masculine energy, it's energies, guys, not gender. So take it as it is. It could either be either or. But usually, this is like the 90% of the time, the divine masculine energy tends to run from the connection. The ego of the divine masculine runs. In a physical level, it's more like they don't really have all the information, or maybe they do, but they're more not as spiritual as you are. And the ego of the divine masculine energy usually runs because they know that when they come into this divine union with the divine feminine, guess what happens to the ego? It dissipates. The ego is a mechanism of the defense that we create with time, right? It's an energy that concentrates there. So it's the old us. And it has feelings. And it's how you defend yourself and your emotions. So it does not want to let you go. And this is where I come, that the spirit world is very complex, because that concentrated energy is somewhere. It's somewhere. It's a little old form. It has its own little emotions. If you say that the ego is bad, it might be listening to me right now and be like, she's saying I'm bad. If you're someone that used to get insulted a lot, like if you're someone that's super defensive of yourself, or if you were super defensive of yourself, your ego is going to be defensive of you. And that's how it really works. And, this is pretty much something that really exists and has existed for a very long time. The only thing that is different from twin flames now and back then, that probably you were coming into these twin flame unions, and back then you probably were seeing so many numbers and things, but you couldn't connect one with two. But now you have access to so much information about twin flames and so many different informations out there. And then you come into soul cards, and you come into all this cool information. Oh my God. I'm just kidding. But you come into all this information about like twin flames and stuff, and it really opens you to a different perspective. It's a different era right now where the divine is kind of moving differently. It's kind of moving differently. But I feel like this period of isolation between you and your person, is really getting to them. The period of time between you and your person of separation is really coming to an end. I feel like your person is really in their head right now, really not trying to lose faith of, what is. And I'm getting this bigly for you who are listening to this. Whatever you're working on, keep pushing. Like, you're almost there. You are going to receive some sort of, reward coming in. You might purchase a home, you might purchase a car, you might be relocating, you might be changing jobs, you might be relocating to another country, another city. The divine has a very special surprise for you, where it's really going to make you see the world in a different way too. And I feel like whatever is going to come in for you, collective, like, you're not going to ever have to worry about money or things. You're just going to have to worry about the things that you love and the things that you really want to fulfill in life. And what I was saying earlier, like what you came in to do with your divine masculine in this lifetime, which is pretty much, change communities and change the people around you. And this moment of separation between you and your person, has really allowed them to see what is really hidden. And I feel like your person right now is really being tested by God and making the sacrifice to be with you. And when God intervenes, it is time to make that change. I feel like your person, they might be a little bit in a just really, kind of, I'm just saying, like, puzzling everything together. Kind of like an aha moment. Being in your shoes for the first time in the physical level. Because it's not that this person has not been in your shoes. Like, in a soul level, they have. And, it is just time for them to be able to. I'm just listening that God is really pushing them to get rid of their ego, because the ego of the masculine is the one who tends to run, and sometimes runs, out there, and we don't really realize why. But God is the one who is really pushing this energy to get out, for this person to become more of their higher selves and be able to connect with you. For you both to come into this union and no ego to be involved. It is very weird. Like, there's a lot of twin flame stories out there, but I could tell you this, that if some twin flames come and they come into the twin flame union before it manifests, or they have some encounter where you might be intimate with this person or whatever, that ego energy kind of dissipates and you kind of become one. And sometimes that happens, and then one decides to run and one decides to chase. It's very different for everybody. And God is not allowing this energy to be in the middle of the relationship when it comes to union. And that's why God has made you wait. But the one who's really in a hermit right now by the divine is you. Or I feel like the divine had to kind of like isolate you and yourself and your thoughts and whatever you're going through, to kind of keep you like that, to kind of keep these things to yourself for a reason, for a purpose. Right? I feel like it's not about the talk, and it's not about putting our things out there. It's about executing tasks. And I feel like you are like that. You are a person who really, not much of a talk, but more of a let me show. I feel like you just been very underestimated by a lot of people. And by that, and now people seeing, even though you feel like you're a crazy mess inside, you really come out as this beautiful divine energy out there, where people are really recognizing you, where you walk into a room and you're respected, and for you that's priceless. Because not a lot of women have that these days, or not a lot of people have that these days. And I feel like your person is really recognizing this. The divine is working for them to be able to realize this energy. They are realizing that it has always been you. They have realized that you love them even when they didn't deserve it, and you still love them. You still love them till this day. And I feel like you have done so much work to bring this union in together, because once you start the twin flame journey, it's definitely a roller coaster before you guys before it reunites. But I feel like the chemistry between you and your person is really something that you both are not going to be able to kind of get from anybody else. And the last message that we have here is that the last card is, believe in me as much as I believe in you. And message is not only coming from your person's higher self, but also from God. That if God, the creator of the universe, the one who controls pretty much everything, you guys, nobody can with the power of God. God is so powerful that they say that even demons are scared of them, are scared of God. Imagine that, you know. Satan is scared of God. Everything that's low vibrational is scared of God. So this union that's coming in for you, you know, it's really about releasing and surrendering to the divine, but also believing that God is not going to lie to you, and that if something was divinely presented to you, is definitely going to come in. All right, so that's all that I have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, share, or subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And if you would like to book a reading with me, all the information is on the description below. And I will talk to you guys next time.